Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all? I'll be hoping that you all are fine. So, as today at 9 p.m. daily, we have some special guest with us. So, today we have Alex Bertlin from Sweden, and he's an amazing guy. So, without wasting your and my time, let's get into it. So, Alex, please give your introduction to our audience.
Hello, everyone, and Sheraz, thank you for having me on the show. My name is Alex Bertlin. I live in Sweden, in the middle of Sweden, actually, not very far from Stockholm. And I have been working in the blockchain sector, but also in the networking sector for 4 and 8 years in total. I actually come from construction, so I kind of rearranged my life 8 years ago in another direction. And then I was interested in digital space and content as well.
Okay, that's good. Very nice. Very nice. Nice to meet you, man. So, our today's topic is Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? So, Alex, without wasting any time, my first question to you is explain to our audience what is Bitcoin.
Okay, so the explanation of Bitcoin shortly, it's a decentralized store of value. Bitcoin is not very suitable as a payment system because it's slow and expensive to transact. But as a store of value, you can compare it to gold, like digital gold. This is more what Bitcoin is. Some people think Bitcoin is more like a payment system, but it's more a store of value. And Bitcoin is, in fact, the biggest shift in generational wealth that we have ever seen as humans. So it's a very, very big thing that is coming in right now, and it's just started.
Very good explanation. So, next question is what are the benefits of a Bitcoin? Why we should have to buy it? What are the benefits of them? Explain it.
Well, I think the largest benefit is if we look at today's fiat currencies, if we look at rupees or Swedish crowns or US dollars, we see the value of these fiat currencies is going down every year. In fact, we print. I heard an article or a clip just the other day, and the monetary system in the world grows by, in average, 4% per year. And this is printing more money. And this is diluting the system. Last year, it grew by 24%. And this also means that businesses must make more margins in order to counter effect with, the dilution of money. Bitcoin is safe from this. It's not possible to print Bitcoin. So there is a fixed amount of Bitcoin. So in this regards, it's very, very innovative and useful. We need a shift in this actually, because the monetary system is broken. It has been broken for a very, very long time. And Bitcoin is an innovation that fixes this in such an amazing and smart way that it's hard to believe it's true, but it's out there and it's unstoppable.
Okay, I got your point. Bitcoin is basically a digital currency, and it's growing, according to you, 24 times. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. So my next question is, why we have to invest in Bitcoin? Like we can invest in gold, in other things, property, like you just know about it. So why we invest in gold?
Well, if we look at I can share my screen a little fast if you allow me. I have one small chart I can show.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can share.
Yeah. So if you give me the full screen, I think they can see this chart, if it's possible. Yeah, okay. So here is a bit of a comparison between, if we look at gold, for example, this chart is from 2011 all the way up to today. So gold from 2011 until today has increased in 24%, right? If we look at, for example, US large caps or US Nasdaq 100, it has increased 512%. Bitcoin has increased unbelievably 6.2 million percent. It has been averaging 200% yearly increase. So would you like a currency or a system or a store of value that increases in value, or would you rather store them in Swedish crowns, dollars, or Pakistani rupee that goes down in value? This is the big question, how we're going to do it. And this is the biggest takeaway. So it has just started. It's going to go up in value more because right now we have about very, very few big institutional investors going in, and they have allocated only 1% of their portfolio into Bitcoin. What we see now is more interest from big institutions that is going into Bitcoin. So as I see it, they will buy large parts of the market and the price will also skyrocket because of this. They see these are smart people, very, very smart people. And I believe strongly in the future of Bitcoin, both in value and also as a store of value.
Okay, that's fine. I agree with you, Alex, that the price or value of a Bitcoin increasing rapidly. But do you think its value decreased suddenly and came from the zero? What do you think about it?
Well, of course, it's possible for a dip. This always happens in every market, a dip. It could be many reasons. But the overall engagement, the overall mentality in the market, it's a positive feeling. So we think it's going to go up. But as I say to everyone, do your own due diligence. Do your own research before you put money into anything. So, but it's the future, I say.
Okay, so invest at your own risk. Simple, the formula is. So that's good. Next question is, how Bitcoin changed the economy of a world?
Well, I think we touched about this earlier. As I said, the monetary system is failing. We see, if we look at, for example, gold, this is a normal store of value, but not very far from now, and this also sounds very crazy, but they will build rockets to mine gold on asteroids, and there will be immense value on these asteroids in terms of gold. If you follow Elon Musk and his information feed, you can also read about this. They have already examined some asteroids, and it looks like there's more gold on one asteroid and then on the whole planet Earth. So that will not be good as well as a store of value in the future. And now we're talking about 10, 15 years in the future, maybe 20. So Bitcoin is a long-term thing instead, and it's safer and it's a lot more secure than gold.
So, Alex, what do you think? Bitcoin is a safe investment as compared to other like property, gold, silver, like other things. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think if you understand how blockchain and especially Bitcoin, how it's built and how it's driven, then I think so, absolutely. But again, this is not for me to say that it's safe, because it depends on if you think short term or long term. Short term, obviously, all volatile, things go up and down like Bitcoin. But long term, for me, I believe in it. I do this every day. So yes.
So basically, I want to know about it, how it works, how Bitcoin works, how its value increasing from this to this like that. How?
Okay, so first of all, there is a fixed amount of bitcoins in the system, and this number cannot be changed. Like we cannot fly to an asteroid and get more bitcoin. So there's 21 million bitcoins in the system, and about 18 million of this bitcoin, or 17 million, is already distributed. So the cost of producing bitcoin, let's say, I'm not sure about the exact number now, but if you look at hardware, if you look at electricity, the average cost of producing one Bitcoin, let's say it's $8,000. Every 3 years, 2.5 years, the difficulty rate of producing Bitcoin is split in half. So in effect, the price of production will double, and this will increase as time goes on. It will, the last Bitcoin will be distributed maybe 90 years from now, so it will push up the prices as well. But this is not the largest push in price. The largest push in price will come now when the large institutions are going into Bitcoin and diversifying into this. So that's the biggest push, I believe.
Okay, so my next question is, who make this whole system? Who invented Bitcoin? How they make it, and why they make it, and who make it? There are three questions in come in a row. Yes, you can answer it.
Okay, so
Okay, so
we have a name. There is no known person. It could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be a group of people or a company. There is only one name known, and that's Satoshi Nakamoto. He put up the white paper for this in 2008. And the last communication from him by email, I'm not sure, I think it was in 2011. That was the last email sent by this person or group. And since then, there has been no movements, no rumors, nothing. Even the old wallets with the first Bitcoins, it has not been moved. So we don't know. So what was the other questions?
Okay, my next question is, if someone want to invest their money in Bitcoin, so what is the procedure? How he or she purchase it, and how someone invest his money in Bitcoin?
Okay, so that's different from country to country. Here in Europe, we have already many available exchanges, so we can just create an account online in many exchanges and use our Visa or MasterCard, or we do a bank transfer to this exchange and just exchange to whatever crypto we want to buy. In other countries, it has been a bit slower with these types of developments due to governmental issues, authorities maybe not fully agreeing or understanding the concept. So there is one site, it's called Local Bitcoins. This is a global site, and this is available for everyone, but it's not regulated in that sense that we have like KYC protocol. So that's it's a bit more. It works good. It works good, but you need to be careful there.
So, Alex, do you think in upcoming years, 10 to 15 or 5 years, it would be implemented in whole world, like Bitcoin is available in all the world and everyone can invest in it? What do you think?
Absolutely. The country that goes last into Bitcoin will be the biggest loser in our history. So this is a race in the end. I'm sure that your country, for example, is going soon into this. We are actually working locally right now to try to get this up to speed in Pakistan. We have just recently formed a legal entity in Pakistan, and we have registered with what's it called? No, we have registered with the Federal Board of Revenue. So hopefully next week, actually, we will be able to sell trading products inside this crypto space in Pakistan. But I cannot say so much more about this because we're waiting for official license. But it's looking good.
So we will be all hoping that in some few years or for some months, it will be implemented in whole the world. Every country is accepted Bitcoin. So let's see, wait and watch. So next question is, what is the current value of Bitcoin right now?
The value right now is $19,165 US dollars. It was just touching on $20,000 a couple of days ago. And just, I think, 7 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago, the value was $10,000. So now we really see some movements happening.
So in last few days, there is a huge movement, like 15 to it jump into the 20,000. So it's a huge difference, $5,000 difference. So that's huge difference. So next question is, uh, what do you like to recommend a platform for investing in Bitcoin? Like platform, like any website, like any currency exchange department, or any group of person, network company. Like what do you recommend, and what do you know about it?
Yeah, okay, so that's basically the same as the other question. It depends on where you are. I think Binance is one of the larger platforms available in many countries, all over Europe, all over Africa as well, Asia. But there are other platforms as well that are getting larger and larger. But I think Binance has the largest spread. They have local exchanges actually in Africa, for example, so that they have made the best steps, I think, to reach as many people as possible, and they have a very, very secure system. I don't work for Binance, but I think it's a very good service that they have. So I think it's not the easiest platform, but I think it's one of the most secure. And if you, for example, want to trade with crypto, then that's a very good platform. If you just want to invest, then there are probably easier platforms to start with, because as a beginner, it's a bit technical to get started, I think. So you can also use Coinbase. If Coinbase is available in your country, that's very, very easy platform. There you can actually buy with Visa or MasterCard. I think PayPal is connected to that. PayPal has just recently started to include the crypto in the United States. They will probably build this out into the rest of the world soon as well. But they are starting now in the United States. So it's coming everywhere.
Okay, that's good. So PayPal right now is not in Pakistan, not working in Pakistan. Soon it will be happen. So, what do you think? What are the other digital assets like Bitcoin, crypto, and some others? Explain some others. What are the some others?
Well, there are maybe, if I'm guessing, I think there are maybe 6,500 other cryptos that has tried to build something like Bitcoin, but everyone has failed. Everyone. It's not possible to catch up on Bitcoin at this stage. It's like, when we had, let's say 10, 12 years ago, we had MySpace, we had some different social media platforms. Everyone was new. Then Facebook took everything. And it's not possible to, it's not possible to build past Facebook today. It's the same thing with Bitcoin and in regards to store of value. Then there are many, many other stuff like these special tokens that you use for a special purpose. It's not store of value, but you can use a token for a function. For example, in Binance platform, you have the BNB coin. If you have this one, then you have cheaper fees in the system. So it's just different functions, and there are thousands of different tokens, but nothing that compares to Bitcoin. There is simply no, how do you say? Bitcoin has crushed all opponents, in my mind.
In my mind. Okay. So if someone want to invest their money in Bitcoin, so what are the taxes system or the in US, in Europe, or in other countries? Do you have in your mind how much tax he or she should have to pay for it?
Can you repeat that question, please?
Okay, no problem. I just want to ask how much tax you have to pay if you invest in Bitcoin. It is tax free or not?
That's different from country to country. So the best way to go about that is to actually contact your local authority and ask, because even here in Sweden, the rules change now and then because it's still pretty new. I think here in Sweden, you tax maybe, Sweden is ridiculous. Everything is high tax here, maybe 40%. I don't know. It's different in most countries, but in Sweden, it's very, very high tax. But ask your local authority on how to tax Bitcoin. In some countries, it's not included in tax. It's free.
Okay, so what are your suggestions to what we should need to do to implement Bitcoin in our country? What we do for it?
Well, it's a tough question. I do have a large network. I do know Pakistan from remote because I've been in contact with this country for years now. But I think it's all about educating the right people in government, in authority, to show them that, or at least now, because if we take Pakistan as an example, if you're not accepting this soon, you will lose a large market. So right now there is a good opportunity for any country that is not in right now. So I think this is a survival thing. I think so. Not to be overly dramatic, but it's so big that you must talk to the right people to have them understand that they need to incorporate this into your country.
Okay, so one coin is like Bitcoin, or what is the difference between one coin and Bitcoin?
Well, I'm not sure about OneCoin. I think this is a centralized system. I'm not too familiar with it, actually. I read about this some years ago. It's a network marketing based product, and it has nothing really to do with Bitcoin. So, like OneCoin, if I understand it correctly, this is more like a bank where they have all the control in one central place. It's more like a ledger, local. Uh, there are other projects like this that also it's okay, but it has nothing to do with a decentralized system like Bitcoin. It's the opposite.
Okay, there are a lot of digital assets. There are some scam. So what do you think? How we explain to the people that Bitcoin is not a scam; it is in real. So how we should believe them?
Well, it's I think Bitcoin is so large today. It would be hard to understand someone who say today it's a scam or that it's not working. It would be incredibly hard. But again, it's all about, in this case, it's all about educating them how the system works and why it has became so large. There's no other crypto that is built like Bitcoin. So it's you need to educate these people, but some people don't want education; they just want to be ignorant, and that's okay as well. It's their life.
Yes, I agree with you. There are a lot of people who don't want to educate them and they just said, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. So that's an amazing conversation with you, Alex. I'm really thankful to you. And at the end of this conversation, I want to say you please give a suggestion or give a advice to our audience, some positive words.
Can you actually repeat the question because the sound disappeared?
Okay, sorry, no problem. So I'm saying to you, at the end of our conversation, it is very healthy conversation. So what is the advice you give to our audience?
Go online and find the basic information on Bitcoin. There are thousands of videos, very, very basic that everyone can understand. Then you go to the financial pages and read what they are, what is the talk. Everyone is talking about Bitcoin in places where you are not. So one of my how do you say this in English? Well, my mindset is only take advice from people that are where you want to go. So if you're not in a good place, or if your neighbor is not in a good place, don't take advice from them. Ask people that is in the same place where you're aiming at. So if you want information about Bitcoin, then ask people inside that knows stuff about it. Feel free to connect with me if you want. I mean, I share a lot of stuff on my page, so feel free to do that as well.
Thank you so much, Alex. It's an amazing conversation with you. So, audience, guys, if you want to know something more about Bitcoin, if you have some questions in your mind related to Bitcoin, so you can ask with Alex Bertin. Thank you so much for having a great time with you. Thank you so much, all. Stay blessed, always keep smiling. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.